History is filled with stories of justice, but sometimes the pursuit of retribution has crossed the line into the realm of unimaginable cruelty. Today, we delve into the darkest corners of the past, exploring the top 10 most brutal punishments ever devised. Prepare to be disturbed as we uncover methods of torture and execution so horrific they defy comprehension. These are not mere tales, they are chilling reminders of humanity's capacity for both great evil and the desperate need for a more humane approach to justice. Let the countdown begin. Number 10. The Brazen Bull. Imagine being locked inside a hollow bronze bull, slowly roasted alive, while your screams are amplified into the chilling sound of a bull's bellow. This was the fate of those unfortunate enough to face the wrath of the Brazen Bull, a horrific Greek torture device. The condemned would be placed inside the bull, a fire lit beneath it, and their cries of agony would be channeled through a complex system of pipes, emerging as the terrifying bellows of a tormented beast. 9. Scaphism. Picture yourself bound to a wooden raft, forced to consume only milk and honey. This may sound idyllic, but for those subjected to scaphism, it was a sentence of excruciating slow death. The condemned would be left exposed to the elements, attracting swarms of insects that would burrow into their flesh, feasting on them alive. The combination of the sweet diet and the relentless insect infestation would lead to an agonizing, drawn-out demise. 8. The Spanish Donkey. This medieval torture device was designed to inflict unimaginable pain upon the victim's genitalia. The condemned would be straddled over a pyramid-shaped wooden structure, often with weights attached to their feet, causing excruciating pressure and tearing. The Spanish donkey was used to extract confessions or as a form of public humiliation and torture. 7. The Rack. The rack was a terrifying instrument of torture used to extract confessions or inflict maximum pain. The victim's limbs would be tied to ropes attached to a wooden frame and then stretched until their joints were dislocated and bones shattered. The rack was often used in conjunction with other forms of torture, leaving victims permanently maimed or dead. 6. The Judas Cradle. This medieval torture device was a horrific pyramid-shaped object designed to inflict excruciating pain upon the victim's genitalia. The condemned would be forced to sit on the sharp apex of the pyramid, causing unimaginable agony and often leading to internal injuries and death. The Judas Cradle was used to extract confessions or as a form of punishment for religious or sexual offenses. 5. Boiling alive. One of the most gruesome methods of execution throughout history, boiling alive involved immersing the condemned in a cauldron of boiling water, oil, or molten metal. The victim would suffer unimaginable burns, excruciating pain, and a slow, agonizing death. Boiling alive was used as a punishment for various crimes, including treason, heresy, and witchcraft. Number 4. The Iron Maiden. This medieval torture device was a life-sized iron coffin with spikes lining the inside. The condemned would be locked inside and the door slammed shut, impaling them on the spikes. The Iron Maiden was a symbol of terror, used to intimidate and punish those who dared to defy authority. 3. Lynching. One of the most prolonged and agonizing forms of execution. Lynching, also known as death by 1,000 cuts, involved slowly slicing the condemned's body into hundreds of pieces while they were still alive. This excruciating process could take hours or even days, leaving the victim to endure unimaginable pain and suffering. Number 2. Crucifixion. A common form of Roman execution. Crucifixion involved nailing or tying the condemned to a wooden cross and leaving them to die of exhaustion, dehydration, and asphyxiation. The excruciating pain, slow death, and public humiliation made crucifixion one of the most terrifying forms of punishment in the ancient world. Number 1. The breaking wheel. Widely used throughout medieval Europe, the breaking wheel was a horrific device designed to inflict maximum pain and suffering. The condemned would be tied to a large wooden wheel, and their limbs would be methodically broken with a heavy club. The victim would then be left to die slowly from their injuries, often exposed to the elements and scavengers.